Hello! So, you've got some activities to do in the learning grid and in the work pack about the UNCRC, about the rights of the child. This is something that we talk about a lot in school, and we quite often talk about how things are going on in school affect our rights. So we might talk about everybody having a right to an education and how our behaviour affects that. We might talk about everybody having the right to play and where the line is between that and our right to an education. Spend quite a lot of time exploring where those rights link up and how they affect each other. And I think it's really, really important to stop and think about our rights during this time of sort of international crisis, because the rights that we have, the rights that you guys as children have, are absolute. You all have these rights regardless of anything else. So it isn't a case of these are the rights of the child unless coronavirus happens. You still have these rights. And so I think it's really important to ask, how have the adults, the duty bearers, been providing you with these rights? Are they doing enough? Do you still feel like you're getting your rights? Is there anyone around the world who you feel like is getting less of what they have a right to? Do you feel like there's some stuff that you have a right to that you're getting more just now? I'm going to show you the sort of questions that maybe you'll be asking. So we all know that every child has a right to an education. That's changed a lot, hasn't it? Do you still feel like you have access to that right? Do you still feel like you're getting an education? Or do you feel like that's changed? Do you feel like people need to be doing more to get an education to you? Because you also have a right to be safe. And at the moment, schools are closed to keep you guys safe. And to keep us as teachers safe as well. But that has an impact on the way that you get an education. Those two things right now are really connected, aren't they? Having a right to an education and a right to be safe. We're trying to provide an education in a way that gives you both of those rights. You're safe at home, but you're still getting that education. And what about the right to play? One that we talk about a lot in school. Are you still getting that? Are you getting that differently? How is that right to be safe affecting that right to play? Because sometimes it feels like all of these rights are pulling in different directions to each other, doesn't it? And another one that I'm really interested in at the moment is you have a right, normally, to sort of join clubs and groups and meet other children. It's a big part of the rights of the child, really, is having a right to be connected to other children. And we're doing what we can to use technology to do that. I know lots of you are doing video calls and getting in touch with your friends, but also keeping in touch with each other through Twitter and through things that the school are providing. But it is really different to just when you see people at playtime. So ask yourself, are you still getting that right? Because obviously you can't go and give them a hug, but you can still keep in touch, and it's really important that you remember that you still have that right. So have a think about your rights and about how your rights have been affected by lockdown and by coronavirus. Because I think something that we're seeing is that your right to be safe and your right to be protected from this disease has become a real priority. And it's like we've gone, all of those rights actually right now are taking a bit of a back seat to this really key right to stay safe. Do you agree? Do you think that's the right thing to do? Why? This is a really good opportunity to examine how the rights of the child sit at the heart of everything we do, and how even in difficult times you have those rights, but you might access those rights in slightly different ways. I'd love to know what you think. I bet Mrs. Bainbridge would love to know what you think as well, because I know how interested she is in the rights of children and in what you guys think about the rights of children. So, let me know. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.